Straight from the office.
You are feeling it right now.
I'm
You're
feeling
the Florida heat.
It kind of feels good.
Speaking of the Florida heat, did you happen to catch Bam Adebayo last night? Dropping 83. Good guy, too, man.
He had 31 in the first quarter.
43 in the first half.
By the end of the game, they were just trying to get him shots. Broke Kobe's record, second all time. Wilt got 100, so who's going to do that?
I got to side with my man Wilt there.
I trust him.
Flush a wedge, watch it land by the pin. Sudden flow with the northeastern spin. Jack and Steve run it back once again.
Welcome back to the Talking Divots podcast, episode number 7. I'm Steve Byrne.
I'm Jack Snow. We got a lot to cover this week, so let's get right into it. Let's do the recap of the Arnold Palmer Invitational at Bay Hill. What a great tournament.
It really was. I love this tournament every year, but this event, lots of drama. The golf course looked unbelievable. Batia walking away with the win, not walking away with the win. He grabbed that win and just pulled it away from everybody else. I'm so proud of this guy. He really won that tournament. He didn't back into anything. Fantastic event. His second shot on 16 on Sunday. I don't know what club that was with. 7-iron, 8-iron. That was tremendous.
Yeah, I think it was 8-iron. I heard him and his caddy talking after the round about all his iron shots really on the back nine. I mean, they were all perfect. I mean, birdied 10 through 13, eagled 16. What a way to steal a tournament. And our guy, Daniel Berger, Florida guy, was in the lead all tournament long.
Yep.
Got it taken right away. He bogeyed 17 when Batia eagled 16. That was really the turning point where, they both made par on the last and then went into the playoff. But if Batia doesn't hit that shot to 2-3 feet on 16?
2 maybe. 2 feet maybe.
And Berger doesn't make a tough bogey coming down the stretch, it's his tournament.
Yeah, I agree. And to your point about Batia's irons on the back nine, I think he hit one bad shot. He shot 31 on the back nine with a bogey. He almost rinsed one on the 18th hole. He cleared that hazard adjacent to the green by maybe a foot at the very, very most. Chipped up, made his putt. He lipped out twice on the back nine. Or no, he lipped out once and he missed a 3.5, 4 footer. But he made everything else. I think that was an amazing event for him in so many ways. The shot on 18, barely clearing the hazard there, making, a solid par on the one playoff hole. To me, this proves that Akshay Batia, affectionately called Ashtray by Tiger, he is elite.
Yeah, I think this win's going to give him a lot of confidence. He's a guy that we've seen throughout the years with a lot of skill, a lot of raw talent. His swing in slow motion it's like, Gumby freaking with his arms back there. Let's hope he can keep it up for years to come and stay healthy. I mean, that's my biggest concern with him. But I think it might have been a lack of confidence over the years that he really belongs with the big boys, and he showed it this week. And, with this win, he moves up to second in the FedEx Cup standings behind Morikawa. We got our boy Scotty still in the top 5. But I think it's going to give him a ton of confidence coming into this week. And we might see later with one of my picks. Batia making
a little foreshadowing.
He might.
Nice. Yeah. Good job, Jack. Batia has won before on tour. I believe he won the Barracuda up in Tahoe. That's an interesting tournament because it's Stableford scoring. I think that's the tournament that he won. This guy he's just got it all. He's a great putter with that broomstick handle, lefty. His swing, like you said, he does look like Gumby. He's just made of rubber, this guy. I hope it can last too. I do.
Yeah.
I think he is such a good guy too. He's just one of those, you want your kids to be like Akshay Batia. You really, truly do. He's just that good of a person. Good for him. I've got some takeaways from this event. I was able to watch a little bit of it live, but I watched more of it on recaps. I'm really happy this week for Ricky Fowler. I think Ricky really stood up and played a really strong tournament. His official world golf ranking is now 60. 4 years ago, it was as high as 185th. 4 years before that, it was as low as 4. So he has battled almost all the way back. He's one tournament away from knocking on that top 30 caliber of player again. He's one more tournament away from knocking on that top 20, and then the roof is off. I've said it before. I will say it again. Ricky's going to win this year.
I love it. Yeah, my takeaways were Daniel Berger playing well once again. It's good to see him after all the injuries and pretty much taken 3 years away from golf. He won 4 or 5 times before his injuries started, so great to see him finish there. Minwoo Lee gets his second top 10 finish of the year. Ludwig Oberg, T3. I think he's rounding into form at the right time before a big tournament. Sahith Theegala, third top 10 of the year. Another guy with some shaky confidence that we saw last season, really playing well. And both my boys last week, JT and Sung J M, missing the cut. What a, first tournament back, I get it.
Yeah. Tough one to come back to as well. I mean, that's a tough golf course.
It is, yeah. And even though they both played well in the past at Bay Hill, it's expected. I don't know. I was reaching on those picks. I was just excited.
You liked your boy JT. I can appreciate that. But what did he do? Double 79s?
It wasn't good. It wasn't
good. But, you know, that's the nicest thing about golf.
Yeah.
On the PGA Tour, come back the next week when you're as great as JT is. You do it all over again. You do it better. You keep getting better. I would say one more thing, one more takeaway from this great API, and that is Jordan Spieth had a very solid week at tied for 11th. Now, this is a stout field of only 72 players, and I believe only 52 make the cut. But he stood in there all week and just looked the part. He looked like he is figuring it out. Now, if we see the Jordan Spieth of 2016, 17,
15, yeah.
You know, the rest of the golfing world could be in trouble. I hope we do. I think he and Ricky, if they continue on this trajectory, they'll be back into the top 20 before the final major of the year. Before the final major.
I like it.
Yeah. And then they've both played well at Quail Hollow, so that could be very interesting.
Very interesting. Well, to fully wrap it up, let's go over our picks. Pretty darn easy. We went 0 for 3.
Yeah, we are struggling.
We are struggling. However, we do have some picks from the Barracuda, or not,
The Puerto Rico Open.
Puerto Rico Open.
Who did well this week in the Puerto Rico Open? This
I
guy.
think Steve did.
This guy did. What a difference 1,000 miles make for, you know, making your picks. I just circled the drain at the API, but man, oh man, did I hit a grand slam with the Puerto Rico Open.
How'd you do?
I picked Ricky Castillo as my dark horse to finish top 10. Ricky Castillo walks away with his first PGA Tour victory. First cheers of the night. Welcome to the winner's circle, Ricky Castillo. That was awesome. Cheers to Ricky Castillo.
Cheers.
He was my top 20 pick, actually. He was not my top 10 pick, so he was way down. He was plus 105 to finish in the top 20. I don't know what his, you know, odds were to win the tournament. I didn't pick him to do
Probably
that.
like plus 2,000.
Yeah, it was
right
probably
around there.
crazy. But he had a bogey-free 67 on Sunday. That was pretty awesome. You know, he played flawless golf all week. I want to say he made 2 bogeys in the 4 rounds in all 4 rounds. 2 bogeys. He probably made 1 bad swing. Impressive. Congratulations to that University of Florida alum, Ricky Castillo. I also picked Davis Thompson. He was my dark horse, top 10. He was a minus 150 at the top 10 spot. So you're going to have to educate me with Davis Thompson's tied for, or solo 4th, how I did last week. I'm very curious. You don't have to do it now. Maybe you can text me later, and but I think I kicked ass this week.
We'll throw that into the payouts. I was a little caught off guard last week by doing picks for the Puerto Rico Open. But so my winner, Keith Mitchell, actually played in the Arnold Palmer. So safe to say he did not win the Puerto Rico Open.
He did not. He's not that good.
Correct.
He can't win tournaments that he's not there for.
S.H. Kim was my top 10 pick. I have no idea how he finished, so I'll figure that one out and let you know. I do know John Daly Jr. was T3 at one point. He was my top 20 pick. I'm sure he had some great betting odds. I don't know what they are, once again, but I believe he finished top 20. I didn't look at the final.
Just outside the top 20.
Oh,
I think
no.
he was tied for 23rd.
He had a meltdown.
I think he shot like 74 the final day, but if you're over par on that golf course, you're getting lapped.
It's not going to cut it, John Daly Jr.
I'll tell you what, that kid is going to cut it, though.
Yeah.
He's going to cut it.
Yeah.
He's talented, and if it runs in the family, his dad is still just crazy talented. One of the greatest set of hands that I've ever seen swing a golf club. The man is just still incredible. He still gets it past parallel. However many surgeries he's had, gastric bypass, back surgery, knee replacement, blah, blah, blah. Just, stretch a little bit. Where's the first tee? What's the course record? Light up a heater, go. Love JD, man. Love him. I've got one more bit that I've got to share because this is exciting to us because we're golf nerds. Blades Brown, 18-year-old Blades Brown, finished solo third in Puerto Rico. This kid's on his way. I mean, I know that is a opposite field event, so you don't have a lot of guys in the top 50. You might not even have anybody in the top 50. I don't exactly. I think you did. You had a couple. Rasmus Højgaard's in there. I think he's 48. He tripled the 13th hole on the final round, and he lost by 3. I say it a lot, if blah, 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 blah. There's always a cautionary tale. If he didn't do this, would he have done that? Who the hell knows? But that kid has got game, and I can't. I'm so excited to be a fan of his for the next 30 years.
Yeah, another guy like Akshay Bet, skipped college, went pro early at a young age. I mean, he's got great things to come.
He does.
I think that wraps up our recap here, and let's set the board for the Players' Championship. The 5th major, we're back at TPC Sawgrass.
Yeah.
Par 72, playing at about 7,300 yards. Full field event. We got 144 players this week.
Do we?
We got $25 million purse.
Right.
$4.5 million to the winner. I mean, it's a big money event.
This is the biggest purse for a non-major, correct?
It is, and last week was as well.
Last week I checked on that because you had said that. It was a $20 million purse.
20 mil. Okay.
Yeah.
So not quite the 25 mil.
Not quite the 25 mil, but still a pretty damn nice payday for the guys who made the cut.
Yeah, not a bad payday.
Pretty damn nice. Yes, I'm always looking forward to the Players' Championship. I think it is the truest test against the field that you see all year long. Best field that we see on any tour all year, every year. Period, the end. There is no better field than this one this week. I want to say that there's like 22 countries represented this week. And it's so cool outside that clubhouse to see all the flags flying. And it's just an amazing event. People up in Ponte Vedra Beach just put on just the best show. And I'm always excited about it. I'm always excited about it. Can I give my shout out of the week to the grounds crew?
Do it.
Excellent. This is kind of a new subject matter for us here, but I want to give a shout out to Lucas Andrews, who is the Director of Golf Course Operations up at TPC Sawgrass. And working as his right-hand man is Chris Langley, the Director of Equipment Operations. Anybody who has ever spent any time on a golf course knows that these are two invaluable people. The superintendent will always tell you that the lead equipment technician is more important than him, and the lead equipment technician will always agree. He will always say that he's the most important person because they are. They keep things going. So cheers to both Lucas and to Chris. Have a great week, guys.
Cheers.
Second cheers of the night. Yes, I love the Players' Championship. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. Back at a Pete Dye design course. I think this course really favors ball strikers. A lot of water, thick rough this week. They're growing it out. As we see from our previous winners, we got Rory last year, Scotty for the previous 2 years, Cam Smith, who we're not going to see this week, and then JT in 21. These guys can really, hit their irons and pick their spots throughout the course to when they want to attack and make birdies. All phenomenal putters any given week. I really, I'm excited about my picks this week because I think we need to get back on track. And I've got a couple good ones up my sleeve. But this has always been a tournament that's produced, a winner of great caliber.
Yeah.
Once again, it's a tournament kind of like the Genesis where it's not some random guy who has a good 4 days in a row. Or
I would hesitate to say that because, I would go back to a guy like Craig Perks. Yeah, this is a long ways back. I don't even think you were born yet because you're so young, asshole. Nobody likes you. But Craig Perks had a 4-day stretch where he will die a happy man because of. He had a stretch coming home on Sunday. Makes eagle on 16, I think. Birdie 17, chips in on 18 for Bert. It was the craziest stretch of closing golf by a guy you'd be like, who is this? The broadcasters, I'm sure it was Venturi at the time, was probably like, who is this guy from Australia? Craig Perks, who? But that is probably the one-off.
I said typically.
Typically,
it's not. I mean, we have Rory, Scotty, JT, Tiger won a couple times. Freddie Couples won this twice.
Yes.
I mean, it's guys who are rising to the occasion in a full field event. They got to make a cut first and foremost, and then they got to go down the stretch, play 17 on a Sunday, and win a tournament.
Tighten you right up, man.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to just make an argument against you. I just like making an argument against you once in a while.
So winning score prediction, I think is an interesting one this week. I've got some weather for us. So Thursday, rain and thunderstorms. We might see a delay depending on how severe it is. Friday's going to be windy. It's going to cool down a little bit, gust up to 25. Saturday is supposed to be beautiful. So if you make the cut, moving day is going to be for real.
I think the cut might be made Saturday afternoon.
Potentially.
We might be looking at a 27-hole finish on Sunday.
Yeah, and then Sundays, it's supposed to be okay. Possible showers.
Okay.
Hopefully we don't see a delay like we did last year. A moment that I do want to talk about was Rory McIlroy and JJ Spawn tying, going to a playoff. It's too dark, so they have to play the 3-hole playoff the following Monday morning. That was awesome. I remember watching it at work.
It was awesome for Rory.
It was awesome for Rory. JJ hit his ball in the water on 17, and Rory ended up winning. But
I don't think he found the club face in those 3 holes.
No, I mean, it's tough to go out and say, shoot, I got to play Rory McIlroy mono for 3 holes on the 3 toughest holes on the course.
And I remember how gracious Rory was because he could see JJ just never got his feet under him. He was just such a gentleman. He was just a gentleman to a really good guy who was very well liked on tour, much like Daniel Berger this week. Yeah. When Akshay beat him in the playoff, Daniel Berger looked happy for him. I guarantee you behind closed doors, he was, kicking the University of Florida doll he keeps to just beat the crap out of, being a Seminole himself. That was a real show of sportsmanship. And gosh, Daniel Berger he elevates every week to me. But to your point about that 3-hole playoff with Rory and JJ, that was awesome. Even though it was limited TV, it was so much fun to watch that on a Monday. It was cool. I remember that. I'll hopefully never forget that. I would love to hear your picks.
Yeah.
Because I think you're brimming. I think you can't wait to tell me your picks.
Before we do the picks, though, I want to do a little Tiger talk, as we do every week.
I love Tiger talk.
Yep. He's won this in 2001, and he won in 2013.
Yes.
2001 was very significant because that was during the Tiger Slam. He held all 4 majors at this time. And this year is the 25th anniversary of Better Than Most. How about N?
Yes.
The most famous call ever at the Players. And that tournament, I think, put the Players on the map as the 5th major. It got the big purse, and everyone wanted to be there just due to that excitement of Tiger Woods. 2013 was pretty significant. It was his 78th win of his career. Came back from a lot of adversity, was able to win. He had a pretty good season that year. So only 2 wins for Tiger at the Players, which you'd maybe expect him to have 5, 6, 7, 8.
I would take that.
Yeah, I would take that too. But 2 wins there. Love our man Tiger Woods.
That's good Tiger talk right there, man. I remember watching that 2001 event and thinking, if he gets this down in 2, that's a 2-putt that I might never forget.
Mm-hmm.
I remember just being bug-eyed on the TV when that thing went in, like, no way he just did that. I'll remember it like it was yesterday. I got goosebumps,
Awesome.
man. I got bumpies right now.
Yeah, bumpies. But
Bumpies.
let's get into our picks. So you want me to go first?
I do, because I think you got some good stuff.
Okay, good.
You
so-
do have some good stuff. I know it.
My top 20 pick is Siwoo Kim.
You love Siwoo Kim.
I love Siwoo Kim. I love Sungjae M. I love SH Kim. South Koreans, I think, are all freaking gamers and players. Siwoo Kim's won this event before. He was the youngest player to win this event at the time in 2017. Unclear if he's 8 for 9 or 9 for 10 in cuts made at this tournament. He always plays well. So far this season, he's top 15 in 5 out of 7 tournaments he's played. He's a guy who's really in form, playing some of his best golf of his career. Wow. I think he's a great value as a winner pick.
I agree.
I wouldn't put it past him, but top 20, he's plus 110. Pretty decent odds, but we need some wins. We need to make some money back here, Steve.
So is this a safety pick?
This is a safety pick. I'm going this week
All right.
with some safety picks.
Okay. All right. I'm going to give you my top 20, and it's kind of a throwback to last week. Jake Knapp had to withdraw from last week's event.
Okay, so I was going to say we can't pick someone back-to-back. But
He didn't even put the peg in the ground.
Okay, that's fair.
So he's good to go this week. I'm making an executive decision. Jake Knapp, top 20 pick. He is plus 125 to do so. He might still be a little sick, but there is an old saying, and I don't know how old it is. It might even be a new saying, but it's beware the sick golfer. I think Jake Knapp is sick in more than one way. He might still be having some lingering effects of whatever stomach bug he had. This dude's game is sick. He is ready this year. I think he dealt with some adversity in the offseason. Very, very sad. But I think Jake Knapp, I say this about my top 20 picks a lot. Jake Knapp could win this tournament. I guess I'm going pretty safe here too with Jake Knapp as a top 20.
I like it.
Yeah.
My top 10 pick is Akshay Bet, the winner of last week. We spoke, we gave him his praises early
We
on.
pontificated about him.
Yep, but he's plus 350 for a top 10. Just the way he's playing golf and coming off this win, a lot of golfers, it's really tough to win back-to-back weeks, right? I mean, it rarely happens, but I don't see a letdown out of him. His game is so good. He's got so much confidence with his swing right now. At plus 350, top 10, I love those odds. He missed his first 2 cuts of the season, and since he's gone T3, T6, T16, and just won the Arnold Palmer. So
He's in form.
I love him this week. Top 10, even sneaky winner. I mean, will he go back-to-back? Probably not. Top 5, maybe. I like Akshay.
The top 5 would be really impressive. He's got to still be, right now, he's got to be like, I got a red cardigan from last week.
Yeah.
I get to shake Sam Saunders' hand. That's as good. It's not as good as shaking the king's hand, but descendant of the king, I got to shake that hand. I like that pick.
And something that gave me confidence to pick him top 10 this week was the video posted by the PGA Tour with him and his caddy. And Akshay, they were talking, and his caddy, Joe Greer, goes, yeah, I'm going tonight. And Akshay is like, you're a sicko. He's going to Sawgrass. He's like, hey, I'm going to walk the course. Right after he won the Arnold Palmer, he's going to be dialed in. I hope that gives Akshay the mindset that he's
What is
gonna
his
go
caddy's name?
Joe Greer. Is that correct?
Cheers of the night
Max
to
Homa's-
Joe Greer.
Max Homa's old
Getting
caddy.
the work done.
Yeah.
I love that. Going a week early? Yes.
The night after winning the tournament.
He had to have won $400,000 in that $4 million winner purse,
yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Akshay might have kicked him a couple extra bucks, maybe a car from his car collection.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that pick though, man. It's tough to do. Tough to do. It's tough to win once on tour. It's really tough to win and then go back to back with another good week. Tiger's done it a million times. It's like, ugh.
Scotty.
Scotty's done it. All the greats have done it. Okay. But I mean, he's 24 years old, but I respect the pick, man. I really do. My top 10 is a guy who I keep mentioning because I think this could be a landmark year for Ricky Fowler. And if he wins his second Players Championship, it wouldn't surprise me. I don't think it would surprise him. I think everybody in the field would just be like, yep, this guy has been dialed in. I like Ricky Fowler at plus 500. I think that's a really good value pick. He's been on such an upward trajectory, man. Like, this is my top 10 pick. I wouldn't be surprised if he won it. I would love it if he won it, but I want to see Ricky win a major this year. I'm not going to curse him. I'm not going to, I can't use my clairvoyancy on Ricky this early in the season. I'm going to wait.
Hold it in. Yeah,
I'm going to hold it back.
I remember when he won there the first time, and it was, he's in that orange Puma, long hair, fluffed out, using that old Scotty Cameron that he used to putt so well with. I can't believe he's really gone away from it, but he's been putting well with the new technology. It would be really cool to see Ricky win it.
It would be. He had maybe the ugliest shirt of his career to win the blue, white, and orange striped shirt. Yikes. That wasn't a good look, man. He looked like he was University of Florida, and as we both know, that boy's he's a proud cowboy, Oklahoma State, maybe the proudest of all. And wasn't the best shirt of choice, but he was playing in Florida. Maybe he's got some buddies,
Fashion's changed over the years.
Fashion has changed over the years. I love Ricky in the top 10. Mm-hmm. Do you want me to give you my winner, or do you want to give yours?
We're going back and forth, so I'll give you mine and let you round it out.
Do it.
Mine's Ludwig Åberg. Picked by Mitch previously for a top 20.
Yeah.
So we're going back to the Norwegian. We're going back to Mitch's good juju. He's plus 2,000. He hasn't had his best golf, I'd say, in the last year and a half. However, I think he's a player that's going to win a few majors throughout his career. He is due for a big win.
Yeah.
He's won, a couple times on tour. He did win the Genesis in 25, which was a big win. But nothing super notable other than that. He had a T2, T7 at the Masters. So far this season, he has a withdraw, miscut. Since then, he's gone T37, T20, T3 last week.
Yeah.
I think he's rounding into form at the right time. I think he's a guy who's not scared of the moment. Mm-hmm. And I like Ludwig Åberg plus 2,000.
I looked at Ludwig Åberg, however you say his name. He's got so much going for him. And you've said it before, how he just gets up, hits it. He's just like, let's go. He's one of those guys, like an advocate for fast play, or however you want to phrase that. I think that fast play helps him, which I would add a caution to that. If he plays with a guy who's not afraid to slow it down, that could mess with him. I don't know if that's a weakness of his. I have no idea. I'm just throwing it out there because I like to argue with you. Mm-hmm. I looked at Åberg, but I went with my winning pick, Victor Hovland, at plus 3,300. So huge value for a guy who is a top 10 machine, who is a birdie machine, who could win any tournament he's in, who's got, the confidence of, I've got a FedEx Cup, I've won a few times out here, I've got a U.S. Amateur in my back pocket if I really need to play that card. This guy, he can win majors. I don't know if he's ready quite yet. I think he's still battling some ghosts of 2023 into 24, maybe even 24 into 25. But I think he's now all the way back. Watch out for Victor Hovland this week.
Hovland's a guy who I think at any given time is the best player in the world. He's got the complete package. When he doesn't have those chipping yips, and his short game's gotten a lot better, and his putter's on, I think at any given time, he's the best player in the world.
That's bold, man. I dig it, though. That's cool, because I think you're not far off if you're off at all.
He won a FedEx Cup.
He won a FedEx Cup. I mean, yeah, man, I gotta give you a little credit for saying something so bold. Have you ever listened to him, kind of talk? You are a bold guy. Have you ever listened to him talk about like random stuff?
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
He's a funny
He's
dude,
got that
man.
squint you can't see with my glasses, but he's got a little bit of that Norwegian accent. No, he's kind of a weird dude, but his brain works in maybe a different way than all of ours.
He likes to talk about aliens.
Yeah, like
like I think hey man, believe what you want to believe. I'm not going to argue with this guy. I want to listen to him. He is cool as hell. He's funny. He has a good time out there. I've never seen him lose his cool. I think he's built for a tournament like this.
Totally.
And I think come Sunday, if he's got a sniff of it,
yeah,
he's a
definitely.
guy who could finish birdie, birdie, birdie and win that tournament by 2.
Yeah. I think both our winner picks, Oberg and Hovland, are guys that are not afraid of the moment.
Very strong.
Kind of how I thought Akshay was, or maybe a guy like Denny McCarthy, or these players that are right there and could get it done. I just don't know if they have it. And Akshay, proved us wrong. Let's have Oberg and Hovland prove us wrong this week. We need a winner, Steve. We need to get back on track.
Where's Denny McCarthy been so far this year? Yeah, a little bit down, man.
A little down.
Take that note down, because I think the best putter in the world, Denny McCarthy, has been underperforming.
Yeah.
And, UVA guy, now he's got some UVA guys in the crowd with him. Danny Walker's UVA, Jimmy Stanger, UVA. UVA is putting out some great products, the best of which is Denny McCarthy. But my question is, where's he been? Where's he been? I just don't know if he's ready yet. I don't know if he's ready for this type of stage.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him prove me wrong. Guy gets it on the green, he can make 4 30-footers in a round.
Make it any given.
It's getting it on the green that seems to be his problem.
So, cool story here. So I played the Park yesterday. Great course up in West Palm. If you haven't played there and you live in South Florida, I challenge you to go there. We played at 9 a.m. We had 2 caddies. The caddies were phenomenal. The food, drink, atmosphere. They got music bumping at the range. They've got a 9-hole par 3 course.
That's lit.
Yeah, that's lit up. A 9-hole putting track, I'd say. Like, not mini putt, but it's on a real green, but it's set up as a course.
Mm-hmm.
And one of our caddies used to play on the mini tours. He was a really good player. Gave me a lot of great reads and advice out there.
Did you catch his name?
Yes, Patrick. He was a great guy. I didn't get his number. I wish I did, but he was telling me a story. Somehow Denny came up, but he's like, yeah, I played with Denny a few times. He used to play at one of his old clubs. Denny was invited to the member guest there, and it got shut down by the members. And they're like, why? It's like, because this guy's on TV.
Yeah.
But anyway, he had a round where he played with Denny, and he was like, yeah, he's a great guy to, have on your team, but not to play against, because any 30-foot putt, you know it's going in. Cool story about the Park, but had a fantastic day.
That's awesome.
Shot a 76 with 1 birdie.
Bro.
No doubles.
Fantastic.
Solid round for me. I was excited about it. Ball striking wasn't great, but
Who
I
cares?
hit plenty of greens, got up and down. But no, shout out to the Park. We'll be going there soon, hopefully. Filming
Absolutely.
some
We
content.
will film from the Park. It is a great facility. I want to say they spent like $50 million on that place. Every penny well spent. I've been there on a Friday where it's like families running around, kids all over the place, people just having the best time ever, doing non-golf stuff, just hanging out like this is their backyard or this is their block party. I love that place.
Yeah.
I love that place. I love that golf course. Creativity is just like egging you on.
It is, and it's wide open for the most part. There's a ton of waste areas, a ton of bunkers, but it's really tough to lose a golf ball out there. If you spray it, you're going to have a tough time making pars, but it's different than any Florida golf course. There's no water. It feels very linksy, dunesy, Wisconsin, Scotland type feel. The greens are lightning and super undulated. One of my favorite golf courses in Florida as a whole. And the fact that you can go, pay to play there and it's not a private membership, shout out to the Park.
Would you go as far right now as to call the Park Florida's Pebble Beach? Is it there yet? That might be a little bit premature.
That's a little premature, but it could get there. All right, so to wrap up the Arnold Palmer, let's go over our past picks and how we've done. We have gone 0 for 4, and now we've implemented a top 10 pick, and this week we went 0 for 6. So on the season, I am down $420. We've invested a total of $1,100. I would not invest in our stock right now.
I am glad these are not real dollars.
Yeah, well, to me, they are. I'm putting these picks in every week.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, at my own units, but, at this ROI, we're not looking good. Steve has totally invested $1,100. He is down $530. So I am still up by $90 in our rankings. However, neither of us are actually up.
But let me ask from the back row, the bad kid who sits in the back row, does my Puerto Rico Open picks weigh into that number?
Not yet.
Not yet. So
But I will put them in.
things are looking up.
Listen, I couldn't find odds on the Hard Rock betting app, which
That's
is
okay.
our potential sponsor in a few years. Hard Rock, let's have some conversations. I know we're not looking good right now, but it's a long season, and golf is a tough sport to bet on.
Very tough sport to bet on.
And we'll be there.
We will.
One of our winners picks hits, we're right back.
Right back into it. We're well into
And
it.
I think I'm going to go 3 for 3 this week.
I got faith in you, kid. I don't see it, but I'm rooting for you.
Yeah. But I'm starting to take some stats on our picks, too. For both of us, our top 20 picks have been our most profitable. Actually, our only profitability have come from those. My biggest hit of the season was Tom Hoagie, top 20 at plus 350. Great hit there. $100. Get back 350.
Lunch pail hoagie.
Lunch Pail Hoagie. Yours was Ricky Fowler, top 20, a guy you picked again this week. Good juju at plus 190, returns 290. We'll keep trudging ahead. We're both 2 and 9.
Yeah.
So let's get back to 500. We'll
Long
battle.
season.
Run
Long
the football. Run the football. Get first downs. My
Move the
favorite
chains.
analogy. Just move the chains.
Move the chains.
Chunk plays.
Yeah, that's it, man.
That's all it takes.
That's it. I remember when the Seahawks ran the ball against the Patriots in the
do
Super
you?
Bowl. It was great.
Yeah, they did okay.
It was great.
Listen,
That hurt you.
our free agency we've been off to a great start. We got
God.
Elijah Vera Tucker, a guard from the Jets. Let's not do football right
not do
now.
football
We have something else to talk about.
We are presently at Plantation Preserve Golf Course in Plantation, Florida. We are lucky enough to call this our home club. The folks here have been fantastic to Jack and I. Just look out on this scene here. This is the 9th hole. I would call this the signature hole, an island green. And it's just it's a simple hole. It's a 5-wood or a long iron to a wedge. But man, does it get watery. It gets watery. And it's just a phenomenal golf course all the way around. If you live in South Florida, if you are visiting South Florida and you haven't played Plantation Preserve, come and check it out. In my opinion, it is the best public golf course in South Florida, not just Broward County. I think all of South Florida.
Yeah, for its money, it really is. I would say maybe the park in West Palm rivals it.
Florida?
So I'm not sure. Let's get our classifications right.
Yeah.
May not be Broward County. So, no, I agree. This place is, good bang for your buck. The greens are always great.
Yep.
Fun golf holes. You'll never get tired of it.
Never. Never.
Moving forward, so we typically do an outside the ropes and a divot. We think we're just going to alternate week to week. Outside the ropes is typically a more fun one, not pertaining to golf. The divot's a little bit more serious, insightful, makes us think a little bit. So we got a good one this week, Steve.
I think we've kind of made a hybrid of the two, like the divot of the week, outside of the ropes, because this is a fun one, although it's got a grim, kind of underbelly. Jack, if you were to find out, now, this was a question that was posed to me at a party that Jack and I both attended this past weekend. Our good buddy Rob turned 60. Happy 60th, old man. If you were told that you had exactly 1 year to live, how many rounds of golf are you playing?
365.
That didn't take long. Like, I know you love to play golf. I get that. I get that you love it. Would you really play 365 rounds? If you could, and the last check that you write can bounce. You're dying.
Yeah, if I had the funds, I think I would. There's a lot of courses across the country that I have yet to play.
Ooh, you would travel to play.
I mean, why not?
Why
Why would I
not?
stay in one place?
You could start a GoFundMe page.
Start a GoFundMe. I'm sure I'd get funding to play Pebble anywhere else I
Yeah.
want to go. Stream Song for sure. I mean, there's countless courses, and it would be my going out tour. However, I'm a big fisherman as well. Those are my two main hobbies, I'd say. So maybe 200 days of golf, 165 of fishing. I could also play golf in the morning, fish in the afternoon. I mean, if I got 365 days, before I croak, I'm going to make the most of it. I'm not going to be sitting around maybe a day or two sitting on the couch watching Netflix because, yeah, I love to do that. Get cuddled up in a blanket, blast the
You and
AC.
Mitch, awesome.
Oh, all the time. And
Yeah.
we sit right next to each other. Yeah.
You make it awkward.
Yeah, we make it
That's
as awkward
Absolutely
as possible.
fantastic.
But no, I think my answer would be 365. I would be interested to see how good I could get. in
I
that.
really do think that you are being honest.
I am. Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild.
What are you thinking?
Me personally would be a very small number. I think my number would be under 10. I don't feel like I have anything left for golf as a whole. I don't have anything left to give back. Especially if I've only got a year to live. I want to hang out with my family. This doesn't, throw shade on your plan of shrugging your familial responsibilities.
See you later.
Yeah, you're just gone. Peace out. I am, gonna spend a lot of time with family. I am going to do random things. Like I would want to throw out a first pitch. I would want to sing the national anthem at a game. I would want to do weird stuff. I'd want to go skydiving again. I would want to maybe get over my fear of the ocean somehow. These are things that I would have on my, I'll call it a bucket list. That's, very apropos. But yeah, I think my number would be under 10.
Wow.
I might, want to throw in like a couple extras if I get invited to a Pine Valley, a Seminole, Chicago Golf Club, Shinnecock.
Pinehurst.
I'm going to play, I'll tell you what, if I could play the original 5 that made up the USGA before the USGA took headquarters in Cherry Hills, New Jersey, I would want to play those big 5. Shinnecock, Chicago Golf Club, St. Andrews in New York. What are the other 2? My gosh, I'm choking here. I would want to play those big 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe I'm 15.
I'd get you around at the Duxbury Yacht Club too.
I would take it. I would take it. I've heard great things,
Great golf
especially about the 9th hole par 3.
That hole is.
Stout, your hole-in-one kid.
I hate that hole though.
Yeah, everybody hates the
I know,
hole
I
that they
really
made a hole-in-one on because then you got so many things to live up to.
Yeah. Well, no, it's an interesting thing to talk about, and it was our buddy's 60th birthday party, so
So we were getting a bit drunk and macabre.
we had a few cocktails, and actually
Yeah.
towards the end of the night, the bartender left, and I took over bartending duties. I was standing
I
behind
heard you
there.
did a good job.
I did. I was charging $25 a drink.
That was an open bar.
It was an open bar. No one paid me.
No, you
And
shouldn't
I was
have.
giving out
You didn't-
doubles to triples on average.
You got a
Yeah.
heavy pour.
A heavy pour, yeah.
Okay.
I also just couldn't see very well, so I'd be like,
Did you have the
1,
sunglasses
2.
on?
Yeah, I was wearing these. Yeah, it was pitch black, but no, I lost count of my poor.
That was a great
often,
time, though.
but
That was a great time.
we had a good time, and
We did.
I think a lot of our friends might say 200, 300, golf nuts, and you're a golf nut too. So the fact you play so little is a little surprising to me. But there is also other things in life to golf. I don't have too many hobbies right now between work and this and
Fishing.
golf.
Fishing.
Yeah, but I've fished
Fishing.
2 days a year, or 2 days since I've moved down here.
Yeah. I think more than anything, I would want to have experiences that I haven't had. We mentioned last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago, I would want to have a beer with Shane Lowry. Like, hey, I'm dying.
But how are
Shane
you
Lowry.
doing that? You just like, Shane, I'm dying. Do you wanna
Bro,
do
I'm
it?"
dying. Shane
Yeah.
Lowry's going to ring that bell. He's going to be there.
It's true.
He's that guy. I
Yeah.
guarantee you. I wouldn't be surprised if he brought Rory and we sang some karaoke, became best friends for 364 days, because I've already wasted a day now, because he came right to my aid.
That's
I guarantee it.
Sing some old Irish tunes,
Would you go Irish tunes with him? I think that might be a bit tragic.
but that's what they know. I'm sure.
You
they
don't
could-
think Shane Lowry's got a library of Oh, he might go like U2, and he might,
But they could
the
teach you a
Pogues.
song, old
Eh,
Irish tune.
he's been here for a while. I bet you he's got some rock and roll, American rock and roll behind him.
Probably.
Yeah. Rory sang Journey like 2 years ago after
I saw.
they won the Zurich. That was awesome. He
wasn't
did a
very-
pretty good job.
I didn't think he was very good.
Go ahead and try to sing some Journey.
Yeah.
All you got to do is try to stay in key.
Yeah.
Pick an octave, just stay in key. He did a good job, I thought.
His stage presence was good overall. I
strong.
think he's lacking in the voice department.
Yeah, nobody's got that range. I mean, if you had to ask me to sing in that Steve Perry range, you better be coming with pliers and a blowtorch because I'm not hitting those high notes.
Oh, man.
But anyway, we digress. That is a good divot of the week.
I think that was a good divot. It segues us into our handshake bet count. And if you watched last week, you'll remember we bet our winners against one another. And there's a little controversy, and I'll let Steve speak on it when I'm done here. But I bet Tommy Fleetwood to win. He bet Rory. Tommy Fleetwood did not perform well. He made the cut, but he was, T40, T50. Rory withdrew. And so he came in dead, DFL. He came in dead, last. So Tommy Fleetwood did win, though they did not win the tournament. I'm up 2-1 now in our handshake bets.
There is an asterisk next to this win. I'm not going to be too bitter about it because I love Tommy Fleetwood. I think he's awesome for the sport. I think he's a phenomenal human being. He's got the best flow in the game. But I think you're suspect. In the words of Ben Affleck, you're suspect.
Listen, on a leaderboard that you're looking at, if you look at the Arnold Palmer and someone withdraws,
I can't argue that.
Where is he on the leaderboard?
I can't argue that.
Right at the bottom.
I can't argue that.
So 2-1 now.
I'm not bitter.
No.
I'm not bitter.
He doesn't.
I'm not bitter.
You don't seem bitter.
What is going to be our handshake bet of this week? Going into the Players' Championship. Ooh.
You.
Yes, sir. I am going to say that there will be more than 2. No. I'm going to say that there's going to be more than 1.5 holes in one at the Players' Championship.
Okay, so 2 or more.
I can't get 1.5?
Well,
I don't know how that would work.
Yeah, it's 2 or more.
More than 2 or more. 2 or
hole
more.
in one. So I'll take 1 or less.
Okay.
All right.
Handshake bet of the week.
Handshake bet of the week.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay. I
Hey.
dig it, man. That 17 first day.
And is this on 17 or tournament as a
all
whole?
4 par 3s. All
Okay.
4 par 3s.
So not just 17.
Yeah. 17 on Thursday is historically the easiest of the par 3s. Of the, I guess you could look at it as 16 par 3s throughout the week.
Right.
So I remember Hayden Buckley a few years ago was one of the first groups through. Hole in one. Later in the day, Shane Lowry right on top of him. It was awesome.
My only hesitation to taking this bet is now, it's 4 holes instead of 1. And it's a big field, so there's 144 players
Those
for
other
those first 2
3
days.
par 3s are brutal.
They are tough. No, I like my side here, and even though I do root for hole in ones, not this week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hit greens, hit it close, make birdies, all good.
Holes in one are rare, man.
Yeah.
They're rare.
I'd
They're
like-
super duper rare.
I think next week we should figure out the average hole in ones per tournament at the Players.
Oh, yeah.
That would be fun to just look at and recap when we
I could tell you that going back to 2018, but before that, I don't think I could
yeah,
tell you.
when we tell our listeners that I'm 3-1 in our handshake bets.
You know, everybody thinks you're such a nice guy. I think I might be the only one who knows better.
They're wrong. Well, I think this wraps up episode 7 of the Talking Divots podcast. I'm Jack Snow. Please make sure to check us out on all of our socials, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, YouTube. We're also working right now, and we're headed to the course after this, doing our Where's the First Tee series, where Steve and I play random holes throughout the golf course, not in order. We're going to compile a scorecard that will hopefully be complete by Masters time. Right now, I believe I'm 1 up.
No, we're dead even. Don't
Okay,
get
well,
ahead of yourself.
We'll check the tape.
Yeah.
But it's a really fun series. We've got some pretty good golf. No double bogeys so far. A few bogeys sprinkled in, a few birdies. Overall, it's been a lot of fun, and hope you guys enjoy. There'll be a new video from last week out hopefully tonight or tomorrow, depending on how much I want to sleep. And we'll have, some more content that we're filming today for the following week.
Like he said earlier, he's Jack Snow. I'm Steve Byrne. This has been the Talking Divots podcast, episode number 7. Cheers.
Cheers.
Make it, we win it. Watch it roll slow. Talking divots, 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 rolling putts for the win. Flush a wedge, watch it land by the pin. Saw them flow with the northeastern spin. Jack and Steve run it back once again. Talking divots, talking divots, talking divots, talking divots, talking divots, talking divots, talking divots.
The Rory versus Tommy thing, the handshake that
I mean,
I might check some rules.
how
on
do you
that.
argue that? He withdrew. He didn't
I
finish.
could find a
He
rule
came in
book.
dead last.